Your brain has become a foul cesspool. Modern society has polluted your brain and you do not know what to do. You do not know how you're going to escape this hole that you've dug for yourself. In this video, I'm going to be giving you 3 key strategies that you can use to kind of clean up your brain, to rewire your brain for success, for peace, and for happiness. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you subscribe to the channel, make sure you go and follow my social media profiles, and let's get the ball rolling. In this modern society, we have to be willing to desexualize our thoughts. We have to be willing to desexualize our brain. In this society, social media pushes sexuality, pushes explicit content towards us like a tsunami, and we do not know how to cope with this information overload. Every time you scroll onto Instagram, for example, you're going to see OnlyFans advertisements. You're going to see this type of explicit content that for some reason does not get blocked on Instagram. Instagram, what's up? But anyway, this type of content is being pushed because it keeps people on these apps for longer. It makes people subscribe to these pages, and the whole goal of social media is to keep their users on them for as long as humanly possible. And unfortunately, they are tending to use this tactic to keep your attention. This is where you have to be strong, and I'm talking especially to the young men out there. Rather than consuming this type of content and degrading yourself and degrading your morals and your values, work on yourself. Put more time into your hobbies, put more time into exercise, put more time into reading and education, rather than spending your time mindlessly scrolling through this type of content that provides you only with a temporary dopamine rush that I've talked about in a lot of videos. So step number 1 to really clean up your brain is to first of all desexualize it, because this is one of the biggest problems, especially amongst young men in our society. You have to get your thoughts straight, you have to get your life straight, and this is the starting point. Secondly, you have to realize that your brain is your biggest tool. Your brain is your most powerful weapon, but it can only be your most powerful weapon if you make it work for you. If you occupy your thoughts with mindless scrolling through Instagram, with mindless scrolling through TikTok, with a bunch of nonsense that doesn't make any of a difference in your life, your brain is not going to be working for you, because your brain itself is going to be brainwashed. You're going to be feeding it all of this negative information, all of this sexualized content, and it's going to become poisoned, and it's going to stay poisoned unless you do something about it. I want you to realize that in order for you to really succeed in life, in order for you to just improve your life overall, I'm not even talking about success, I'm not talking about becoming rich, I'm talking about improving the person that you are each day. In order for you to do that, you have to be willing to view your brain as your biggest weapon, as your biggest asset. But there is a catch. You have to be willing to put the work in, and you have to be willing to feed your brain the correct information. How do we do this? It starts with our daily habits. It starts with reading more. It starts with improving your education. It starts with doing things like online courses. It starts with just expanding your mindset. You've been having tunnel vision this entire time, and you've been consumed by this negative and sexualized content. It's time for you to exit that tunnel, and it's time for you to expand your horizons. And as I said, the starting point is simple. The methods are simple. But the question is, do you have the courage to step outside of that tunnel you've been stuck in? At the end of this video, ironically, I'm going to start at the root cause of this problem in general. And the root cause of this problem is you have too much time on your hand, and you're spending too much time on social media. All of this type of content comes from social media. All of this type of content comes from somewhere in the depths of the internet. And this simply means that you are not occupying your free time correctly. If you stay busy enough, if you stay motivated enough, and you occupy your mind with your goals, your aspirations, your daily wins, your daily routines, you're not going to have time to consume this content. And voila, you're not going to be consumed by it in the first place. And you know what? I'm not advocating a total social media detox or some bullshit. Let's be realistic. We need social media on a daily basis, not only to communicate with others, but also to let off some steam every now and then. We need a laugh. We need to read something interesting every now and then just to keep our brain functioning. But the key is you have to be disciplined enough to draw a line and say, that's enough for today. I'm going to focus. That's enough for now. Let me work an hour or two. You got to harbor that self-discipline in you in order for you to control your social media use. Because if you cannot control your social media use, the cycle is going to continue. You're going to continue to be swamped by this negative and sexualized content, which is going to keep polluting your brain, and your brain is not going to be able to recover. So, to end of this video, I'm going to tell you, work on your discipline. Work on the amount of time you allow yourself to spend on social media, and actually do a survey for a week. Take a week and look at how much time you spend on social media each day, and be completely honest with yourself. And at the end of the week, look at that total amount of hours spent, and you'll be shocked. And that, my friend, will open your eyes to the ways your brain has been poisoned. Ladies and gentlemen, these tragedies, albeit practical and albeit simple, are essential for you to clean up your polluted brain. If you enjoyed this video, I'd like to encourage you to subscribe to the channel, and most importantly, also go and follow me on Instagram. I like to interact with you guys on there. I like to get to know you guys on there. It's just fun interacting with you guys and getting your perspective on the content. I'll see you next time.